is Heather Ann Hendrickson, and I'm a team leader and educational services representative with Usborne Books and More. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about our My First Reading library versus our phonics readers. They are both great tools to be able to teach your child how to read and to get that fluency that we're looking for as one of those parts of literacy. So I wanted to start out with our My First Reading library. This is 50 books. The first 22 books are these small readers that are really pre-readers. They're part of our Usborne Very First Reading set. And one of the cool things about this is in this box set, you actually get doubles of the first kind of levels as you go along, which I love because there's excellent repetition in those two readers. The other part of this that I love is that they are dual readers. It means that the child isn't reading the book entirely by themselves. The third thing I like is it's phonics based, which I think is phenomenal. I'm not a big person to deal with sight words, so phonics is the way to go for us. And I love that they use phonics to teach children how to read through this method. There are going to be 15 levels when it comes to the Very First Reading set. And what's cool about them is that they basically build on themselves. So this is Double Trouble. This is one of the first ones. There's two ones. And so this is one of the first ones. And you'll see in the beginning, it's going to tell the parent how this works, which I love. And then the bold is what the child is going to read. What's great is in the back as well, we have guidance notes, so it's going to talk about the letters, the sounds that they're going to be working on in the book. And then, of course, there's comprehension puzzles in the back, so they really get the child to think about what they're reading. So here, we're just going to read the first page. The parent or guardian would read this. Here's a twin, and here's his brother. Can you tell one from another? Not too many people can. I am Sid. I am Dan. And those parts are the ones that the child is going to read. What's great about that is, one, they're not presented with a wall of words that they have to read, and it's not daunting. They just have the small amounts. They're focusing on very specific sounds throughout the book, and that really helps them to understand the language. And then the other thing that I love is we can show them what a fluent, expressive reader sounds like when we're doing parts of the book. So move on to different ones. Another page. They buy some they buy some paint. Take off the lid. Tip it, Dan. Tip it, Sid. So you're gonna have those sounds that they're gonna work through. I love this part of it, and it goes up there's 22, but the first 15 levels of this, all the way up to book 15. And you're going to see as they go through, they're getting more to read. And by book 15, they're working on sounds all the way through their own books, which my son found this fascinating, and he loved this method to be able to read. And he found this great for his usage of being able to read. We use Logic of English in our homeschool, so that's something that we supplement it with. Now, these are true level 1s and true level 2s. They take what the child has learned as that pre-reading type of idea, and then they move on to books like Anansi and the Bag of Wisdom. And then when you go in here, you can see that it works the same way. He threw the bag down into a bush. It burst open. Wisdom flew all over the world. In the beginning of the book, it's just a typical title page, and it goes through, but then at the end you have those comprehension puzzles as well. Love the comprehension puzzles. So they work through and they go all the way up to level 2. So by that point, you have level 2, you're going to have a fluent reader who's just working their way through different sounds. So I love these guys. They are great. Okay, next we have our phonics readers, and there's 3 ways you can purchase the phonics readers. You can purchase them individually for $6.99. Please ignore the fact this book goes everywhere with us. It's in my book bag constantly. This is Hyena Ballerina. It is a phonics reader. At the beginning of our phonics readers, they're just beautifully illustrated. And then you're going to have a page in the back, usually. Let me go through it. It's going to be about phonics and what they're learning in that book, similar to our beginning part of that My First Reading library. And then you can purchase these. These are $6.99. There's multiple titles. You can hear what the sounds are going to be by reading the titles. So that's kind of cool. There's a box of 20 that you can get, which I love. It's a whole collection of 20 of these. They're some of the newest ones that we have. Love that. Great deal for that. And then we have our combined volumes. We have things like Cow Takes a Bow and Other Tales, Unicorns in Uniforms and Other Tales. Each one of these has 6 phonics readers in them. They're hardback. 6 phonics readers, fantastic deal for $14.99. There are 6 of them, and then at the back, there's puzzles, just like we were talking about, that are going to help them understand and comprehend what they've learned. So very similar concept and layout to our My First Reading library books, but these are going to base on very specific sounds. So for instance, I'm going to pull out Hyena Ballerina. It is my daughter's favorite, and we read it all the time. 10 students are wanted at Swan's Ballet School. What a chance, cries Hyena. To dance will be cool. And so it's going to move through, just similar to that. Hyena feels weepy. She sticks out her chin. I can't give up dancing. I'll try one more spin. So it's going to be that nice rhythm, rhyme, and it's going to be beautiful to read. And it's going to be for an older reader, about first grade, that they're going to start reading these words, kindergarten to first grade, depends on where you are, that they're going to start reading these words fluently, and they're going to be able to breeze through these books. So we love this. Now, my son is in 2nd grade, and he is still working through these. He's a little bit more delayed with reading, but he loves them. So I hope that helps. Have a great night, guys.